What on earth is going on with Jeremy Corbyn and Zarah Sultana? Now, it just so happens that, whenever, leftists or progressives, that of which I am a part of, that I'm obviously very much a progressive. I obviously lean on very much firmly entrenched in the left. But when it comes to actually enacting the political will of leftist values, which is about making sure that workers get their, proper pay, but making sure that the infrastructure of our healthcare is very much universal. It's not privatized. Making sure that life is worth living in terms of ensuring that the inflation, which is very much pushed by the super rich, isn't really just driving us out of our own ability to survive in our current hellscape of capitalism. And of course, what's happening right now is a genocide where the public opinion is very much in favor of the Palestinians, irrespective of what the far right Zionists would have you believe. They are losing the culture, the kind of paradigm of the public will and the consensus. So we have a party as headed by one of the most popular progressive politicians in Western history, Jeremy Corbyn, and another very popular politician by the name of Zarah Sultana. And there was such great momentum regarding this kind of party. And of course, I'm not saying that the momentum has completely lost, but it seems to be stymied, and it seems to be kind of slowed down by this public feud. Now, I'm not here to ascertain what is really going on, whether it is a sexist boys club, whether there is some real agenda that Jeremy Corbyn has against Zarah Sultana. For me, that is just looking at things at a very petty level. For me, your party has to represent the needs of the people, the needs of the working class, the needs, of course, the desire of many millions of people in the UK to stop this genocide and to oppose the ethnic supremacy of Zionism. But it seems that some of these politicians, and of course, I'm pointing fingers more at Zarah Sultana, because even if she is correct in her disagreement with Jeremy Corbyn, her kind of airing these this dirty laundry in public, it can only serve to harm these very big picture subjects of ensuring that working class is defended and there's a representation for the working class, and of course ensuring that this genocide is stopped and Zionism has an opposition. And so by focusing on this issue, and I'm not saying that this issue is not serious, Zarah Sultana was making accusations of Jeremy Corbyn trying to form this sexist boys club. Now, what she may have said could be true, but until, first of all, there's no real evidence to suggest this. So far right now, it's he says, she says at this point. And Jeremy Corbyn, being a man he's not very much a confrontational, a drama-centric kind of politician. He's not a he's not a Trumpian figure. He would rather talk about things behind closed doors, it would appear. And yet she's airing this out in the public and creating divisions amongst what it seems to be the spearhead of the left right now. Obviously, we have the Greens too, and the Greens are also very important. But we were hoping that there would be some sort of coalition between the Greens and your party, and so much so that it would serve to bolster each other or strengthen the progressive momentum. Because of course the material reality is in our favor because, of course, the working class are the many, they're not the few. The vast majority of people are against a genocide, or at least more so than those who are pro-genocide. And so it would therefore follow logically, rationally, that a party that represents these very important policies would have some momentum in terms of the political power, in terms of enacting that political power. But these little small issues, rather, I'm not saying this insignificant, but politicians on the left need to start thinking about politicians. They need to start thinking about politicians in view of the much larger picture. That is so essential. The right wing and the centrists know how to do this with their arms crossed behind their back and blindfolded. This is what they do. This is their bread and butter. For them, it's about power for the sake of power, and for that reason, they will not ever tell the truth. They will never be upfront and clear about their point of view. But progressives have values. It is the very nature, the fundamental desire to become a leftist is because of your own progressive values. And you must be able to work that in tandem with a more pragmatic, intelligent way of doing politics. Because otherwise, it's gonna air this dirty laundry in public, and the normie, the average person on the street who isn't so much politically inclined, will look at this and say that the left has no chance, has no future, and it creates more discontent, more hopelessness, and we can do better than this. Right now, there are movements to reconcile this issue. Zarah Sultana has dropped this legal case against Jeremy Corbyn, even though this party was supposed to be something that they are working together on, the dual-pronged leadership. Her starting this membership portal without the confirmation of the other leaders in this form, in particular Jeremy Corbyn, it seems a bit childish, it seems a bit amateurish. And she may have the best intentions, but it takes two to tango, and she certainly wasn't doing things the right way. She wasn't thinking pragmatically. She needs to start thinking outside herself. Now, I'm not also disparaging the real issues that may be at play here. There may be sexism. I really want to see this resolved, or it may be, and it's most likely the case, a case of misunderstandings. But this needs to be ironed out behind closed doors. And there's no real, obviously, in the bigger picture scheme of things, you don't need to rush to get more members, or rather members kind of signed up, if those fundamentals of the foundation of that organization isn't ironed out, it's not settled, it's not confirmed. And so this is a setback, but we all know the real issues at play, and we just got to have a political the political will of the people represented by politicians. And it may be your party, it may be the Green Party. This may, the dust may settle, but yeah, progressives need to start thinking more pragmatically. And Jeremy Corbyn is close to that, but Jeremy Corbyn can't be, the only person who can save the UK or save, progressive policies, and ensuring that progressive policies are enacted in today's society, where you have deepening inequality, you have the acceleration of a genocide, you have a Zionist lobby having instrumental power and sway over media and politics. We need a real opposition. We need a real champion of the working class. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you.